Shafiq? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah,
Yes.
Shafiq, just 2-3 minutes we'll start off, okay?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Naufal. I welcome all of there are a lot of welcome all visitors who were registered and was taking little time out today morning to attend this webinar. I welcome all of you. I'm just handing over to my marketing coordinator, Prateek Panwar, and as well as Shafiq. Guys, you can take it up.
So, hi, good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. My name is Prateek and I'm the marketing coordinator at Honeycomb. And with me is Shafiq. And Shafiq is our Chief Technology Officer and Director of Digital at Honeycomb. He's a man with extensive experience in building many different kinds of websites, and including e-commerce sites. And we thought we would leverage that knowledge and that experience and share that information with all of you today. So I'm happy to present Shafiq to all of you, and let's get this show on.
Hello, hi, how are you? This is Shafiq. Thanks, Prateek. Thanks for introducing me. I personally thank everyone who joined for this webinar, and I hope you will get some good insights at the end of the session. So before getting into this, I want Prateek to, we'll be muting the voice, then we'll discuss further on this. So if you have any questions, we'll take it at the end of the session. And Pratik?
So, okay.
Yeah.
So let's begin.
So before getting into the topic, I would like to tell a short brief about Honeycomb. Honeycomb as a company started its helping brands and businesses since 2008. Honeycomb has different verticals like graphic designing, video production, web design, and software development. Hello. Yeah. So it is like a one-stop solution for optimizing your digital presence. So today in this webinar, we'll be going through the global overview of e-commerce, where the India stands, what are the platforms available, advantages of these platforms, and future trends and technologies, and how we can adopt these in our retail sales. So before getting into the topic, I would like to know, like, do we have any entrepreneurs in this webinar today? If yes, please type yes in the comment box, please. Okay. So we as an entrepreneur, so be it a successful or budding entrepreneur, this is the right time to put your ideas into action. I know we are going through a tough situation in this COVID times, but personally, I feel it is important to see the positive phase of this particular situation. Actually, so if you see now, this entire world is online. It is the ideal time for the business to go online if we haven't yet. So hope you agree with me, like this situation, whatever the products you buy, you depend on the e-commerce platforms. So you want to buy everything online. You don't want to step out of your house. So whenever we talk about something, we begin with statistics. So we all believe in facts and figures, right? So let me show you some numbers where what the statistics say. So according to the statistics, over 4 billion people, right? 53% of our global population, that is, so are connected to internet. Nearly all of them, like 92.6%, go online using their mobile devices. What it says, actually. So internet has become affordable nowadays. People get to have been using a lot of smartphones. Users have came into the picture. So this probably given a bigger hike to the e-commerce platforms. So the sales growth for e-commerce platforms has boomed because of the internet and all that, right? So next, I would like to talk about how the global overview of e-commerce has came into. So if you see, as per the statistics given by emarketer.com, out of 10 top countries, which is ranked in the retail sales growth, second is India ranks the second largest portion in this e-commerce sales growth. So this percentage includes the products and services ordered using internet via any devices or any multiple touch points, maybe through email marketing or any touch points. So regardless, whatever the method of payment they are taking up. This excludes basically the bill payments, taxes, money transfers, and food services are not at all included in this. This is completely on products and services, which is ordered through internet. So we'll talk about the Indian view of e-commerce now. So if you see nowadays, the internet has become affordable, so that the types of category which you see in the Indian market has boomed, especially on clothing and accessories. Who are into this segment is performing very well in this COVID times. So clothing and accessories, you see if, in India, Myntra, Flipkart, and all that plays a major role in this segment. So, and apart from that, the third one will be food and drink. Example, Swiggy and all that, no? So in India, so it plays a major role. It takes 60% of the sales growth. So whenever you see, most of them are in the mobile devices. We use mobile for doing the transactions and all that. So 65% of the shoppers look up price comparisons on their mobile device. Even I do that. So if I have to get some gadgets, I have to look for gadgets. I go to the physical store. I look for the experience, and I come back to home and I order from my mobile with any e-commerce portal, e-commerce websites. So that is the nature of us. No, that is our day-to-day life. Internet has become a part of our life, and so even you agree, right? So even you do the same. So you don't go there. You have better prices in e-commerce platforms and websites. Why we have to go to the physical store? So that has become a major part where the e-commerce, so the retail sales people can go online to sell the products with the proper marketing. And what it says is basically like internet has become so cheap, and you have the smartphone users. There is a term called open banking, which is used by banking people. So previous days, what happens is this banking people, the banks, they don't give an access to their server from a third-party integrations. So previously it was only you can access through, you can do the transactions or sales through their bank network or something like that. But nowadays it has become very easy. So this banks, open banking is nothing but banks provide they open up for a limited period of time, a period of duration for a third party to do the transaction. So this open banking, the banks and the API between that, you have a server. So banks and the API in the sense, say for example, UPIs like Google Pay, Apple Pay outside India, Google Pay, which is more common nowadays, and you have Paytm in India. So these payment gateways are the APIs which interacts with the bank through this channel. So that is called open banking. So in this situation, you don't want to have any, don't want to remember about the internet banking details. No OTP. You don't want to wait for OTP to come to your phone. So this is very, hello. So this plays a major role in e-commerce segment for the users to do a seamless transaction into the website. So here I would like to talk about the e-commerce platforms available in the market. So you would have heard about these one or two e-commerce platforms. You would have came through these platforms earlier. So these are the platforms which is already available in the market. You can just plug and play with your products uploaded. So it is widely preferred across the globe. So say for example, like Shopify. Shopify provides you a better dashboard and pages where you can upload the products by yourself. There's no limitations to the product. You can have multiple user level privileges, roles. You can see the analytics. You can see analytics, and you can You can see the user behavior, how the user interacts with your product or interacts with your page. And also you can see that shipping integrations can be done, payment integrations can be done. And apart from this, we can also have a customized e-commerce platform where you can pick your own shipping partner with lowest delivery charges. So you can choose your own shipping partner, saying that there are multiple marketplace logistic partners available in the market, like Warmaship, ShipRocket. So these people are partnered with lot of logistic partners. So this places a major application which can be integrated to your e-commerce platform. So you need not want to break your head with your logistic partner. So when something goes wrong, right, it will indirectly affect your brand name. So you're good at your e-commerce platform, you have the seamless transaction, everything is there. Your user experience of the website is good. But what happens finally when the delivery people doesn't deliver at a proper time? So it creates a bad impact to your portal, right? So you can pick your own shipping partner. So these applications can be integrated with your e-commerce platform. So you can choose your own delivery charges, the lowest delivery charges you have, and you can choose and you can send it accordingly. So you can see all the transaction which is happening through the application instead of calling and asking the logistic partner. And you have several payment gateway partners with the lowest transaction charges. So if you see payment gateways like in India, you have Instamojo, Razorpay, CC Avenue. So these are the payment gateway partners. You can shortlist them with their lowest transaction charges. And you can have full access to your source code if you're building it from scratch. And there is no limitations for user level. You can create multiple users. If you want to scale up your functionality, you can scale up. So say for example, you have built in some technology. So you know somebody nearby, you can ask them to do scaling up of functionalities and things. So there is one more scenario where this drop shipping, people would have heard about drop shipping, right? So this drop shipping works like this. So you don't have a product to display. So if you are interacting with the supplier, so you can put your supplier products. It is not necessarily you should have your product by yourself, or you should have a warehouse. You can ask your supplier. You can have a contract with the supplier, and you can put your supplier products into your website. And once the transaction is made from the website, it can go to the supplier directly. The supplier can directly ship to the client. So that is called drop shipping. So those things are nowadays people are following. So people are integrating that with Amazon. So whatever the orders comes from their website, it goes to Amazon. So Amazon tracks it. So and they get commission from that. So all these are different possibilities people are exploring nowadays. And now this social media, we are all in social media platforms. So 75% of the customers say they judge or they buy a product they take this decision by looking at the social media. So what happens is people who have e-commerce portals, they also set up their shopping pages in Facebook and Instagram. Finally, what happens is you can also put your website URL in that product, so it can drive traffic from there. So we all do that, no? So 55% of the people make purchase after social media discovery. So as a user, I also look into social media for making some purchase. So from social media also you can drive traffic. So you have to be strong in optimizing your digital presence, also your social media channels. So you can boost your social media channels with digital marketing, social media activity, and you can drive traffic from there. Before starting up, I'll just talk about the advantages and benefits of e-commerce portals. So you know, right? You have been using e-commerce for a long time, been using e-commerce portal for a long time. Accessibility plays a major role. So as a buyer, uh, you'd be using your convenient time to buy any products or services online. So especially in this COVID times, right? So you want to ship, you want to purchase something, you want to stay at home and do the transaction. So your e-commerce portal or your website should be 24/7 support for you and your buyers, basically. I'll get into this next point, like low operational cost. So as a startup or any business, right, you should have setting up a store is very difficult nowadays, no? So you want to look for the prime location, you want to look for how to attract the target audiences. All these are being a difficult task for setting up a physical store. So in terms of e-commerce platform development, it doesn't take much expenses. The initial setup cost, then monthly maintenance and yearly maintenance is very cost effective when you go with e-commerce platforms like this. So it is recommendable for you to go online. And next point is global reach. So there is no any barriers, there is no any geographical barriers for you to shop, correct? So if you want to purchase, you do the purchase from with the company which is there abroad. So there is no currency issues happening nowadays. If you use the right payment gateway partners, you don't have this currency issues. So you just want to enable it in your fingertips. So people using international cards, people are coming from abroad, they can easily do the purchase, correct? And I would and also we'll get into this customer analytics. So basically the customer analytics provides you have the backend access to the system. You'll see what is the user behavior to a particular product or particular page. So based on the behavior of a user, you can give recommendations for the user. You can say, for example, a user looks for a product and his engagement, there is a lot of engagement. The customer is coming back looking for the same product. So if there is less stock, you can increase the stock. Or if you want to promote a particular product, so that product is having a lot of reach, a lot of people are looking for that product, you can brand the product basically based on that. You can promote the product basically on that. I would like to talk about the future trends next. So what are the future trends available and what are the technologies basically available in the market? So people say that e-commerce, there is a slowdown in e-commerce and all that, no? So as per the statistics, it says the combined annual growth rate is increasing. So previously by 2013-16, it was 13-16, it was saying that $39 billion. Now it is increasing. Like by 2027, it is expected to increase to 200 billion. So there is no signs of slowdown happening with e-commerce. So you can trust and you can go ahead with going online. So apart from this, this COVID time, we could see that you would have heard about, you had read a lot of articles on e-commerce. So there is already a 15% increase. E-commerce in penetration rates are increasing like 15% to into 2020. So it is about to increase in 25% in 2025. So you can see a drastic increase and hike in e-commerce sector. So eventually this mobile shopping is also growing. So if you see 73% of the e-commerce sales are made from the mobile devices. So obviously internet are becoming affordable. So the smartphone users are increasing accordingly. So everybody are shopping from their mobile devices, no? And their transactions, everything is user friendly and seamless operation for that. And to basically to maintain the customer and increasing the customer retention is always a hurdle. So your website or your e-commerce website should be developed in such a way it is user friendly, and you have to personalize for the particular person. So I already talked about customer analytics. So based on the customer analytics, you have to personalize your website, personalize, give recommendations to the user based on this interest and based on the product he is searching. So it could be notification, it could be an emailer, which you can send it across to your customer. So it makes them to come back again to your website. And there are new technologies which is coming up to increase the customer interaction and customer retention for the website. So the applications, the technologies like augmented reality, you would have heard. It is there in the market like since 6-7 years now, more than that, I believe. So this augmented reality is nothing but a technology which is implemented in retail, fashion, and jewelry industry. The technology is being like they developed in a hardware format as well, and it is also implemented in e-commerce portals, several e-commerce portals. So when you see augmented reality, I could see in India, Titan is following this. You can Tanishq brand is following this. You can the jewelry can be tried by yourself. The try-on options are available. So it shows like there is maximum number of buying intention happens within the user. They can also try from the e-commerce portal, from the mobile app. They can try how it looks for them. They can choose it. Even the fashion brands, t-shirts or anything, you can try it by yourself. So this gives much buyer experience for the user. So the user comes back again to the application, right? So this is much needed nowadays. And one more technology now, now a lot of e-commerce applications are using. Artificial intelligence is playing a major role here. If you see this recommendations, when you try Amazon or any other e-commerce portal, so they have implemented this artificial intelligence which provides you recommendations. A lot of this upselling and cross-sellings are happening in this application. So when you see that as per the statistics, Amazon has increased their revenue rates to 35% by implementing AI into their website. So I would also take an example of a Spanish-based brand called Zara. You would have seen in India, and it's there in almost 2,000 to 2,500 outlets across the globe. So they have implemented AI in their measurement in an application for people who wants to try. It's a fashion brand, so people wants to try their this thing. They have to understand what is my size, whether it is L or XL. So they have an option given in their website where you can choose your height and weight. Based on that, they calculate. So the AI performs here, and the apparel size can be, they can choose it, and they can style preferences. They, if they have, like, say for example, if it is loose or tight, it is moderate. So they can choose accordingly, and it it helps the brand. It helps to reduce the product returns and improve repeat purchases. So one more technology which is very common in India as well as everywhere, every parts of the world. So it is called beacon, which is beacon devices. So the people who are using e-commerce, so the users, the shoppers are not going to the retail outlets, right? So what this shoppers, so retailers have done is, there's a device called beacon, which works on the Bluetooth technology. So these beacons are installed in their shops. So they should be online as well. So if a person uses this application and they're in the mobile and is Bluetooth is enabled, so if he crosses this particular shop or something, so automatically whatever offers is available inside the retail store will be popped on their mobile devices. For implementing this beacon will not take much cost. So it is ready available. You can get it in Amazon also, the same devices. So this provides again the customer retention, and this gives recommendations for the user. So the user again, so he, at least he goes back to the application and he tries to buy something, right? So I'll take a break. I'll run through this case study of ours.
A high-end FMCG brand that focuses on international seasoning products like spices and herbs wanted to revamp their website with e-commerce functionality that portrayed the right level of luxury and exclusivity. Before reaching out to us, they took support of other e-commerce platforms to sell and also were found on the supermarket shelves. On finding Honeycomb, they were finally able to reap the benefits of their e-commerce platform that allowed them to showcase their products on their website that matched the desired level of luxury and value. Our UI/UX engineers worked on the look and feel of this premium website that fulfilled our clients' criteria. But most importantly, their sales figures went up once their potential customers started visiting their website.
So this is a website we have done for a herbs and spices company. So they are into international seasoning products. So I'll just quickly run through the application website e-commerce portal which is done for them. It is a combination of informative as well as an e-commerce portal. So they have different types of category. So you can choose, you can browse through each category they have. So the users can get into each and every category, then they can buy their products. So it doesn't look typically like an e-commerce portal. So we talk about the company first, we talk about the products, then slowly we get into the product and we do it. So we have helped them with the complete UX experience. So they are premium with their products, but the premiumness was not there in the website. So it was a case study for us. We have helped them with UI UX and the e-commerce application development. So this doesn't have a multiple, so you can have multiple level of user level. You can create multiple users. So if, say for example, somebody takes care of the inventory, somebody takes care of the orders, So you can have multiple user levels for them. So user privileges can be given. He'll not get access to the overall dashboard or something like that. Admin has the dashboard access. So we suggested them with whatever the payment gateway should go, what kind of a delivery partner can be implemented. So we help them with those details. I also would like to share one more portfolio, which is done for eco-friendly products company. So you have wish list, you have color variants. You can choose the color accordingly. So this is done completely on a custom based application. So you have scalability. You can do whatever modifications you want. So we help them with a lot of functionalities in this. Social media integrations can be done from here. So whatever the social media has been integrated, it pops up automatically on your website. So let's go to the closing notes of this webinar. So as you all know that e-commerce plays a major role in our current life. So we do shopping every day, and the current global situation has forced us buy online because this COVID situation made us to stay at home and book or purchase anything from at home. So choosing the right payment gateway partners or choosing the right e-commerce platform is more important nowadays. So as I told you in this earlier slides, so you can just pick your own payment gateway partners and you can pick your shipping partners by yourself who has less transaction charges and less delivery charges and make accordingly. And also the industries, if you're from the fashion industry or if you're from accessories industry and electronics basically. So these plays a major role nowadays in e-commerce selling. It takes major sales growth, e-commerce sales growth in India. So we should think going online. Thanks a lot. I'll get into the Q&A session. I can see.
Shafiq, I think there is some one question from Anika. She's asking, isn't it very expensive to get B2C customers to find your online shop as against big players such as Amazon, Flipkart, etc.? Do you want to answer that, Shafiq?
Yeah, I can answer.
Yeah.
Is it? Hi, sir. Good morning. You can make yeah. So so it is all depends on the type of segment area, the location you're targeting, the proper kind of value addition if you give. So it is basically you can crack accordingly. So if you're targeting your target location plays a major role in that. Is it across? It is outside India or inside India. So the particular location and the social media marketing, and you do digital marketing in a wise way, so you can get through this thing.
I have my own take on that. Hi guys, this is Naufal once again. So Manika's question is, it's right. When you look at B2C customers to find, to put in our own online shop, it is a bit expensive when you compare with the, Amazon and all. But I would say that, you should have both. Okay, one could be an Amazon, so that, because their the customer database, what they have, and the kind of, the kind of traffic they have is huge. So it is always good to, put your products there. And then, slowly, once the customer get their product, they know which is this brand, and then definitely they may try to buy directly also from your own portal. So it is always good to have both. But as a small company, initially you may not have, that kind of budget to have an own e-commerce site. Then at least you can have these platforms like Instamojo or so one more thing. What is that, Shafiq? Shopify.
Shopify, yeah.
Yeah, Shopify, this kind of platform. Not necessarily you need to build a customized one, but you can always have a Shopify kind of website to host your products.
And Manika sir has also asked for big budgets. They have big budgets and take first page of Google search.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
That is, it is right. There is nothing we can do that. But what I suggest is, many times what happened, even Amazon and those kind of platforms now, something like Google search, they also have you paid promotion inside that platform. So for a small business, it is very difficult to sustain. But only what I feel, many of the brands what we work like, solopreneurs and in small companies with 3-4 people, what they do, they try to create their own stories, of the product or where it is getting manufactured, and all these kind of stories in small videos. They try to put it on their own platforms, and small promotions like daily 200 rupee, 300, 500, or monthly about 5,000 to 10,000 rupee budget, and then they try to promote their brand. So that's how we'll be able to have more visible brand in the public. And anybody else want to any clarification? So does that answer your question? I think you all can switch on the video. We can take a picture. Shafiq, you can switch off the screen sharing. Yeah. Any other questions anyone have? We can answer it.
We just got one more question.
Yeah.
So it says, what does AI do in typical e-commerce websites? Can you explain with the use case?
So I would answer.
Yeah, Shafiq, please.
Yeah, Amazon plays a major role in this segment. So Amazon have increased 35% of their revenue by implementing this AI. So AI plays a major role in giving recommendations. Say for example, people wants to have, so they use some product, they get into some product. So based on the behavior, AI gives a pop-up for them. So say for example, I have a bottle, and I buy a bottle, and to clean that bottle, I have another brush. So while you go buy for a bottle, so you can have AI plays a major role in giving recommendations. So if you buy this bottle, you can have brush along with this. You can it is just like cross-selling and upselling. So you would have seen in Amazon, maybe at the last, you can see these things comes from AI, artificial intelligence. I think I have answered for your question.
Yeah.
Thanks. Any other questions, please?
Shafiq, one more question.
Yeah. No, we didn't. We are moving to that technologies, but we haven't done anything right now. We don't have anything right now. So we are slowly migrating to those technologies like augmented technology, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence. So you want to know more about that? You can just connect me after this webinar. I can help you out with that. Rough budget, it will be around Manik. Okay, yeah, it will be around starts from 70K with basic e-commerce functionalities. Yeah. Yes, we have a in-house digital marketing division, which does SEO, social media marketing, Google AdWords, all these. So we can help you out with social media and digital marketing support for you after the website. Hosting, I would, Manik sir, to your question, hosting, I would prefer as it is an e-commerce portal, you can expect a lot of traffic coming into the website. So I would say we can guide you what kind of hosting you can go with. So I would suggest like AWS, which plays a major role. Like it creates a lot of instances. You doesn't want to worry about whether if I get a lot of traffic, my server goes down or something like that. You need not want to worry about it. So it creates instances by itself. So you can go with AWS, or you have another. You can go with GoDaddy VPS server. So it should be the server should handle the amount of traffic which gets into your website. So hosting is not included, sir. So
Yeah, I want to answer Suhail, your question. This SEO, of course, we have a very strong digital marketing team where we do start from search engine optimization and as well as social media marketing, like putting in paid ads on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all. And plus, these days, the trend what we are seeing is, of course, this trend is there for at least about last 5+ years. Try to develop a lot of content, okay, and then that you promote. For example, Facebook today, you are doing one post, you need a graphic designer, you need a copywriter, or maybe some agency you are, outsourcing the work, and you putting a post. And imagine a situation, you have some 20 or 30,000 likes on your your Facebook page, and whatever effort you are putting for this post, and it is seen only by hardly some 5 people or sometime even less than that, okay, in both all these platforms. So they all already moved to a very strong paid kind of platforms. So I would suggest that anything you want to promote it, first you think about creating a very strong content. For example, maybe you are creating a small maybe a mud pot, okay. So, and instead of just putting it online, try to create some stories in and around it, maybe a small video, and it is not that expensive. You can shoot it on your own mobile, and you have free applications on mobile to edit that video. And if you want to transcript it, whatever it is, and try to do that stories, and maybe about 20-second or even 30-second, less than 1 minute preferably. And then you promote that for a small amount of 300, 500 rupee kind of stuff. And that will give you, more visibility, and then convert that into a, lead generation kind of activities. And that is that huge trend what we are seeing now, that inbound marketing, you call it as. So focus more on content creation. That gives you a good mileage. And many of the, especially the smaller companies, they're not either they're worried about budget, or it's not, when you look at it, really, you do not need a huge budget to create a content. You can create it your own content with your own mobile, and you can do it in your own editing also. People not looking at a great video, but the quality of the content matter, not the quality of the video, how lighting it is done, or that is all secondaries. So if the quality of the content is very strong, definitely it is easy to sell any kind of product. Yeah. Okay. I think.
thank you. Thanks for
Anybody any other questions? Otherwise, we will close it. So all the participants, we are, in fact, we want to talk about how the digital marketing work out these days, but that's about a 1-hour session. Maybe within 2-3 weeks, we are going to conduct one more on that exclusive on digital marketing, how the SEO works for your brand, how the social media working for your brand, and how the content marketing will work for your brand. Maybe within 2-3 weeks time, either next Saturday or beyond that, the second Saturday, we'll be able to conduct that. We'll send you emails and SMS so you can register and participate. And I just want to thank you all, the presenter Shafiq, my company CTO, and all those people from my team, and plus the external participants like Manik sir and Sandeep Sai, Suhail. I could see a lot of names from there, Vignesh, and all of you. I thank you so much for coming to us for this webinar and spending your time on a Saturday. So we will catch up again. Thank you once again. Shafiq,
Thanks to
members,
everybody.
kudos to
Thank
you
you so
that
much.
put up everything together and run it in time.
Thank you so much for everybody.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Thanks. So we will end this up. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay.